Okay, so question is,
what is impulse control?
What is impulse control?
Impulse control is stopping or diverting yourself from doing something that's natural to you.
It's very complicated. What if I was 5 years old and you said that to me?
I wouldn't even understand what that was at 5 years old.
What about 7?
Even at 7, I don't think you'd understand it. Maybe 12.
Alright, that's why I like pictures. Alright.
How'd I do?
You'll tell me.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing, right?
That's okay.
Very simple thing here for you, alright? So I got this from Noom. I'm not using it, my friend's using it. Do you know Noom? Noom's like a psychiatry thing towards diet.
Okay, no, never heard of it.
Anyway, alright, so here's the thing, right? You have a stimulus.
Yep.
Okay. It took me ages to figure out what the hell that means. Okay, and this leads to, and it can, depending, right? So it could lead to a thought.
Yeah.
And or, because it depends how complex you want to be, a feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. So some people say, and other people are like, oh, yeah, whatever. Okay. And then from there, you make a decision, right? And you do something, or you don't do something. It's like behavior, right? So behavior.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever that is, whether it's abstinence or action, whatever. And then from there, you have a consequence. Okay. So whatever that can be. Because remember, we have four things. We can either take away, give, good or bad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to show you what's impulse control. It's hilarious. Because this is at least what makes sense in my brain. All right. We have a stimulus, right? We have toys. Or a dog. Or a human. Right? Whatever it might be. So here you have Pepper barking in the background.
Yeah.
And then he's responding.
Yeah.
Why is Pepper barking? I don't know. They could be a human. They could be a cat. They could be a bird. She could be smelling something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. This leads to a feeling, which leads to behavior. So he goes, that time of the day, because there's a combination here, right? That time of day. He said, oh, well, this is the hour where he's nuts, and there's toys over there. So that leads to a feeling. He's like, I really need to express my drive. There's this internal pressure. That's what you were saying slightly earlier about something you must do, and it's instinct, or it's, oh, I really would like this. I want to improve my situation. I feel better. I don't know, whatever it might be. So there is a goal. There's something you want or don't want.
Yeah.
Okay. And that leads to a decision. You're either going to take you towards it or away from it. Okay. Right. So he expresses it. Right. And he goes, I see the toy. I don't see you anywhere. I can't get to it because I don't have opposing thumbs. It's high. Whatever. Okay. He's like, there's a barrier. So he goes, bark. Okay. And then this is what happens. After you go, so one is you say finish, so you're communicating, right? So you say finish, which is great. And then two, you put away.
Yeah.
Guess what? It's no more stimulus.
Yeah.
But that's not impulse control. Impulse control is I need to control whatever it is here in presence of.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, get it.
All right.
Yes.
So for me, when I'm like in the mood and I really want brownies, impulse control, me walking away, not buying it, is impulse control.
Yeah.
But if it's right there in front of me and my mum takes it away from me, that's not impulse control because the stimulus is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What I was asking you, what I was trying to ask you is, from the day you started with him for the last 14 months, has the intensity, frequency, or likelihood of him barking when he sees the toys decreased?
No.
Cool. Meaning you have had no impact on the behavior. You have what we call managed.
But no teaching.
But no teaching.
Yep, got it.
And once you click, once it clicks to you, you're managing your because distraction's one of it, right?
Yeah.
People go, well, I distract my dog, and I go, okay. So in the future, has the behavior decreased in likelihood, frequency that it's happened? No. Oh, so you haven't actually affected the behavior? No.
Yeah.
So and then they go, but I keep distracting him. And I'm like, yes, because you haven't affected the behavior. Because there's all this.
Yeah, yeah.
So by removing stimulus, it's not impulse control.
Yeah.
Another word for it they use, I think in neuropsychology or whatever, neurology or whatever, the study of the brain, is willpower depletion.
Willpower depletion, isn't that a great thing?
It's in presence.
I have none then.
Yes, me neither. I say that, but I'm not too bad. So what I'm trying to say is in presence of stimulus, not going after what you want is impulse control. That's what kids have to learn. Okay, I think this. You have a 1 or a 2-year-old, whatever it is, have not learned the skill of impulse control, and then you put them in something that's super addictive, like playing on the internet with social media. We're creating addicts. Dogs are slaves to their genetics and instincts, and they are also addicts, like we are. I'm addicted to air. I'll die without it. That's just a joke. So for Ziva, for example, Ziva has certain drive requirements. She has very high drive for a lot of different things, meaning the goal is super important for her. So these are the priorities. Therefore, I know if I'm pressuring her, I'll have to outpressure her every time. So I want you to think about a river, okay? So if we have a very, very powerful river, okay, if you try and just block it off, at some point in time, that river is going to overflow. Okay. What you could do is you can create little channels, right, to address said same drive. And then when you start blocking it off by giving opportunities, so we were saying like manage, alternatives, right?
Yeah.
The degree will tell you if that works depending on the intensity of the drive. So you might have quite a few rivers, like you were saying, well, I'm giving him opportunities and, you know, I'm taking the toys away, but there's still a bit of overflow.
Yeah.
Okay. This is where discipline comes in. So discipline actually shuts dogs down, like it does me. Like I really want that brownie, and my mum goes, you know what? I'm going to give you time out. That brownie is not that worth it. Drive drops. Whatever that looks like. So discipline depends on the individual, depends on the dog. If you're learning, it's not abuse, my personal opinion. To a degree. Let's not overthink that, because I can think a lot of people look at this video and go, well, I don't agree with you. That's okay. That's their problem. They can talk to me by themselves. And that's where your discipline starts to come in. So you can shut it down. Now, if you have already alternatives, shutting it down, you don't have to be as intense. If you have a dog that you never give them drive outlet, but you're playing with them, that becomes hard.
Yeah.
So if I have people that come to me and say, well, I want a dog that eats, sleeps, poops, comes when I tell them, do what I tell them whenever I tell them, don't do anything wrong, and all this high standards, I look at them and I go, do you want to go get a puppy from Toys R Us?
That's it.
Because we're dealing with sentient beings.